Hi everyone. I'm going to say a few words about health and safety, and then I'm going to ask you to do something for me. The first thing to say about health and safety is that it's one of the most brilliant achievements of working people over the last 100 years, creating places where you're less likely to get injured or ill as a result of sensible laws that people have campaigned for and managed to achieve. So it's a fantastic thing that we really must take serious, celebrate and promote. But I guess the question I'm asking myself is how well is Co-operative company doing in terms of being a safe environment for us all to work in? Because we just actually are not really sure about that. We're doing lots of good things. We do all the necessary training in laws and regulations, and we've got the smart log check-in system. We collect forms on accidents and incidents and challenging behaviour. We study them. We've got people, reading those forms and looking for trends. We've got a health and safety committee that meets every quarter and tries to identify where we might be weak through that information and any problems that are brought to its attention. But the fact is that the committee and myself are struggling to really know how well we're doing with health and safety for a number of reasons. The first one is that the information that we gather is aggregated into statistics, which potentially makes it not that meaningful. Something's happened in Project A, you add it all together across the whole of Wales, and it doesn't necessarily add up to a trend. So statistics are problematic. And the other thing is that we sort of gather information on undesirable things, like accidents and near misses and so on. And you might think that would help us work out how good we are if the numbers were low, but then you can never be sure that the numbers are low because of underreporting, or it could be that we're just being lucky, that people are actually exposed to all sorts of risks and catastrophic things. Could happen at any moment, but thank God it's never happened yet. So that wouldn't be a very good health and safety system, would it? Now, obviously, I'm rather hoping that isn't the case and that all the things we do are making a difference, but I don't really know. And another reason why I and the committee don't really know is that actually we're struggling to get local health and safety reps to volunteer to be reps and to come along to committee meetings and to tell us what with their own eyes and ears they know is happening on the ground. And it would be great if any of you listening to this want to stand up and volunteer to join the committee. If you are then interested, then please let me know. But that's not the ask I've got for you now. What I would like you all to do in your teams is to put some words on a piece of paper. It could be 2 sides of A4, or it could be a flip chart sheet or 2 that you can take a picture of. But one way or another, capture some words on paper and send them to me by the end of May. And the words need to address 2 questions. The first question is, what are the risks and hazards that predictably come into your work environment? As a consequence of you being in work, what risks and hazards are you exposed to? Now, there are some, obvious ones, like you might need to lift something, or you might need to watch out what you're doing with the heavy-duty chemicals under the sink. But think beyond those obvious ones. Think about mental well-being risks as well as physical risks, because they can all lead to illness or injury in one way or another. So that's task 1. What are the risks and hazards? And then the second task is, what systems do you and or we have in place to reduce the likelihood that those risks or hazards will result in an injury or an illness? And if you happen to spot a risk and there is no system for managing it, can you please put a circle around that risk or put a star next to it or something so that that's pretty obvious? And I guess the last thing I just want to say is please be honest. If any team identifies some risks without systems in place to manage, they are not going to get in trouble. The worst thing that will happen is that we'll make sure somebody comes along and helps those risks to be managed as soon as possible. So I'm going to send out a piece of paper myself, a memo to you all, just to clarify what these tasks are. But I hope this video helps you to understand where I'm coming from, and I look forward to receiving your bits of paper by the end of May. Thank you very much.